So that was about word by word. Now let's look at the Quran dictionary. Again, a beautiful resource. Okay, this will help you actually understand each and every word of the Quran. So let's say you're going through the Quran and you find a word, right? And you want to find what is its meaning. It will not just give you the meaning of that particular word, but occurrences of the same word in different forms. For example, I came across, right, zulm. Okay, somewhere I see that it's darkness, somewhere I see that it's oppression. So what is it, right? So I can go to Quran dictionary. uh, Here you will see all the letters of Arabic. You can choose the first letter that you've seen, right? Wa, lam, mim. I'll click on go. Now I can see that this is the trilateral root, wa, lam, and mim, and this occurs actually 315 times in the Quran. So it's not just giving me directly just the meaning like a basic dictionary. Rather, it's a complex, comprehensive, nice dictionary where it's giving me what is the root word, and it is present in 12 forms. That's why I'm coming across different meanings for this, right? It's coming across in 12 different forms. So 10 times in its original form, which is lam meme, lama, and then you have form 4, then as a noun, then as another noun, right? And then it's coming as an active participle, then passive participle. So now I can actually say, okay, these are the different words which are coming from this particular root. And it doesn't stop there, it is going to give me every occurrence along with the ayah. So this is the ayat, this is the meaning of that particular word. Zalamtum, you have wronged, right? It's transliteration also. Those who are new to Arabic and still need to get, get the hang of pronunciation or reading, you will see this zalamtum, it means you have wronged. Then you have zalamuna, they have wronged us. So as if one sits down and goes through this, they will know how this root is being used in so many different ways, and the next time they come across this word, they will find a connection. Inshallah bi ta'ala, they will have a connection. Okay, I learned this word, so it could be one of these two meanings. Based on the context, you will know that this could be about wronging someone, being wronged, or even darkness, right? So unjust, being unjust, injustice, oppression, darkness. So based on it, the reader will be able to understand, right? Even beginners will be able to understand that. Okay, based on the context, based on the translation, I can understand. Okay, zalama means either wronging someone, being wronged, injustice, darkness, or so on. So when you go down, it gives you the list of everything, every occurrence of this particular root. Even if you don't come across some word, but you can go through the word by word and improve your vocabulary. Today I'll sit down and learn words that start with ba, right? So let's say ba, ha, ra. I'll click on go. Okay, it could mean the sea, right? It comes 42 times in the Quran, right, as bahr or bahira. So that means the sea. Most of the times it's coming as sea, right? And another time it's a proper noun. So you can see, okay, how is it being used? It's used as, wal bahri, al bahri, right? Bahraini, which means two seas. Again, bahraini, two seas. So you'll get to know, okay, that's the meaning of bahara. So this is Quran dictionary. Okay, you can go word by word, sorry, letter by letter, and learn different words from this particular letter. Let's say sh. You will see all these are the words that are present. Another very interesting way is we can also learn the four lettered root word. So when you go across Arabic grammar, you might come across an instant where you're learning about four lettered root words, right? They are very rare, but they are there in the Quran. So if you want to learn, you will go to each and every letter and see if there is any four lettered word here. Okay, you can go here because they are rare, and for you to sit and find might be difficult. So okay, ensure it's not there. Let's see if there's in sod. Uh, yes, I can see there's a four-lettered word. Sor sor. Sod ro swad ro. It means furious or screaming. You can see these are all very rare. Only three times it occurs. But you found it very easily. Instead of sitting with the Quran and going through again and again, you can just find the four-lettered root words here. Sof sof. Right? It occurs only once in the Quran, and I found it just like that. Right? So that's Quran dictionary. You can find a lot of creative ways of using it and benefiting from it. Next is verb concordance, which is basically the list of words based on the frequency. The most frequent one is listed on the top, and as its frequency goes down, it goes on the bottom. So these are the top 50 verbs that are action words basically present in the Quran. So qala is present 1618 times in the Quran, right? And its root is qaf waw lam. And if you know this root, you can go back to the Quran dictionary and search for more words that come from this root. So qaf, right? So you click on qaf waw and lam. So this is like alphabetical order, right? So qaf waw lam, go. So actually it occurs 1722 times, 1600 times as first form, and it also occurs in other forms like form 5, in the form of a noun, in the form of a verbal noun, in the form of an active participle, right? So you can again dig deeper. So verb concordance will give you the first root or the most frequent form of qaf waw lam. If you want to learn more about it, you can come back here, use the Quran dictionary and learn more. So again, this will help you get acquainted with a lot of words in the Quran. So even if you stick to just first 50, right? You will see if you sum it up, this will come up to thousands, right? You will learn thousands of words in the Quran just by learning the meaning, right? Just this one page will give you a caller to say its meaning, what form it is, what is its root word, and how many times it's occurring. Again, this is wealth of information. You will be you can take one page at a day, uh, and you can start learning the words. These are verbs. Lemma frequency is just words. It need not be only verbs, but it could be like a proper noun, a pronoun, a conjunction, a particle, participle, anything, preposition, etc. So min is the most frequently used word in the Quran, right? It occurs 3226 times in the Quran. So if you learn one word, you know 3000 words in the Quran if you know the meaning of one word. To know the meaning, you will click on this, open in a new tab. It will show you where it is present. So min, from, wamina, and of, from, of. So you will, by going through this, let's say for a minute you go through this, you'll know that okay, min is from, right? Most of the time it's from, sometimes it's of. So that's lemma frequency. This will give you all the words, right? All the words that are frequently used in the Quran and what kind of a part of speech is it. So min is preposition. Noun, what is the most used noun? It's Rabb, right? A proper noun, Allah. So you can go through it. Let's click here. It will take you to the meaning of this particular word and all the different verses where it is present. Alhamdulillah. Next is morphological search. So let's say you're not studying but rather searching for something. And also this is very, very useful for students of Quran, students of Arabic grammar, students of vocabulary. So let's say I want to learn adjectives used in the Quran. So I'll click on morphological search. I'll click on parts of speech and I'll search for adjective and click on search. So this will show me different adjectives present in the Quran. So there are 1900 adjectives in the Quran and I can get started. Okay. Ragadan means abundantly. In this particular verse, Ar-Rahim, the most merciful. Khasi'in, despised. Faridun, old. So you can see, and you can actually make learning material for your students, for young learners, for your children, and this will keep them interested because adjectives are something that young learners learn quickly because they use their imagination. You can use different objects and give adjectives to them and use these vocabulary, right? another way. So this is, I'm searching for adjectives. Let's say I want to learn all the time adverbs. It's when, after. You can go to the next page, right? And when, then when, whenever viskullama here, falamma, is, yauma, all these are the different time related adverbs. So if you are in the part of the Arabic grammar where you're learning about time adverb, you can come here more for any grammar concept, right? So you can go to the Quran dictionary, morphological search, see the topic that you're doing. Let's say you're doing pronouns, so you can click on personal pronoun, click on search. It's going to give you, okay, iyaka wa iyaka, hum wa lahum, hum, right? It's going to give you all the pronouns used in the Quran in different ways. So it will expand your vocabulary and your understanding to just textbook learning, right? Next is forms. Again, Arabic grammar students learn forms, like starting from form 1 till form 10 for the verbs, right? Verbs can be in their past tense, present tense. They can be in different forms, so you can understand. So let's say you are learning form 10, you just click on search. So all the form 10 verbs, there are 450 form 10 verbs. You will be able to understand the pattern, how this pattern works in past tense, present tense, in a particular verse, in sentence, right? So you can see here wasta'inu, right? Wa is and this is help. And if you want to learn more about this particular thing, you'll click on right click. You'll do a right click and then open it here. Wasta'inu, this is present like this. It will actually break it down for you and show you how it is used. So as this is basically like a notion of knowledge, right? A big ocean, and if you keep swimming, you'll just go deeper, 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 and farther, further, further. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so that's about morphological search. You can use it in many ways. You can also search for a root word with a particular letter and search lemma, any word and search, right? You can search for a particular form and learn more about the form. Parts of speech, again, this is a wonderful resource for those who are doing, Arabic grammar. You can see prepositions, conjunctions, everything, right? Right? This is the harf that are, cut out. You can see all how they are present. Like alif lam mim, those things, right? Where are they present and what are the occurrences, everything, right? This, go through the drop downs and do search one by one. You will learn a lot. So that's about Quran dictionary.